right. Hey everybody, good morning. I think it's morning where you're at. And, bring something of value to you. Hey Susan, hey Lorraine, hey Jason, hey Sandy. Thanks for joining. Got 11 people already, nice. So I want to wait a minute for a couple other people that I told I was going to launch this. But for those that are here right now, I don't want to keep you waiting. What I want to share is I've been getting a lot of the same questions from the people that I work with one-on-one and the people that are in both of my groups, the support group and our Waking Up in the Dream Activation Tribe, which is our monthly group. And if you're interested in either one of those, I have the information on my page. I'll post it in here when I finish, or you can always drop me a question in my messenger or on my page if you want the link or you want more information. So what's really coming up for a lot of people, besides the coaching and mentoring stuff that I do, is right now with everything that's going on, a lot of questions around stress, anxiety, what's going on. A lot of people are locked in their homes right now. And so people are in close quarters. There's a lot coming up around relationships and what to do moving forward, because people that are paying attention know that things are never going to be the same. And so they have a lot of questions and concerns around not going back to normal, because nothing was really normal. That's the term people use, I'll be so happy when things get back to normal. We don't want normal. The shift is on. We came here for this, and it's time to really step it up. And it's such an exciting time right now. So one of the things that's coming up is people are being triggered with what's happening. And so one of the ways, because I love doing this stuff, and I'm always challenging myself, and everything that I share, in every post that I do, and every live that I do, my YouTube channel, and in the groups, I'm just talking to myself. I'm using the tools that I learned from my teachers and my mentors, and that I put into the book and the Waking Up in the Dream online course and courses. And I'm just playing with this myself too. Stuff works. So many of you hear me say conscious awareness is the only game in town. And it really is. That, and really tracking our vibration, being consciously aware of our thoughts, our words, and our emotions, because those are building blocks that are creating our reality. They're affecting the quantum field in every moment, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. So what I'm going to offer is I'm going to show up and do this every morning for the next week. And that's going to be, it's going to be 8 a.m. Pacific time in California. So it should be about 8:26 right now. I got started a little bit late today, but I'll be on the money for the calls starting tomorrow morning, which will be 8 a.m. California time and 11 a.m. Eastern. And what I would love for you to do, if this is something that you find value in, is to pop your name or your email into the comments. So get me your email, or you can pop it into my messenger or on the page after this replay is posted. And that way you will be able to get the link to my Zoom room. So you will actually be able to come in here, ask your questions, and we'll go through the mirroring process that I do with people one-on-one and in the Waking Up in the Dream course. So it's very powerful, and it's a really great way for you to share what's coming up for you and for other people to be able to tune in and receive ideas, guidance, and the tools that I share in the course in the book. So if that resonates with you, drop your email into the questions here. Let me go in and see. Hey, Katie. Hey, great to see you. Yes, Margot. This is what we have been preparing ourselves for. And it's why we came here. So it's really an exciting time. Hey, Jill. Hey, Lana. Hey, Al. Great to see you. Hey, Des. So I'd love to know if you have any questions. What I want to share is what I share all the time is really around, are you consciously creating your day every morning as soon as you wake up? I mean consciously. So that means before the 50 to 80,000 thoughts start to run, that means is while your head is still on the pillow. I share this with everybody, regardless of the journey that we go on, because this is a game changer. And it's basically going into gratitude the moment you wake up in the morning, before you step 1 foot out of bed. Thank you, Juliana. I appreciate your feedback. So if we don't consciously create our day, what's going to happen? Our belief system and those 50 to 80,000 thoughts that are running based on our belief system are going to create our day for us. So it's a life-changing commitment to commit that every single morning when you wake up out of what we call the sleeping dream, because we're dreaming all the time, right? We're dreaming right now. Isn't this exciting? I love it. So commit that starting tomorrow, when you awaken, hey Mary, thanks for joining us, that you're going to create your day consciously before you allow those 50 to 80,000 thoughts to start running. And if you have to get up and go to a job or take care of your kids or do something else, then set your alarm the night before and commit to doing this. When people tell me, they come to me and they're like, Jeff, I'm so stressed right now with everything going on, what I'm worried about. I've got my job, I've got my family. And I'm like, well, are you consciously creating your day? And one of the things they say is, I don't have time. I really want to. I'm really, considering, and I really want to commit to doing morning meditation and stuff, but I just don't have time. I want you to really look at this if you fall into this category. This is the program of deception. If you don't have time to create your reality, what are you doing? You're a sovereign, divine, unlimited being. You came here to create your reality. But we got hijacked through the school system, the JOB, the work for 65 years and then become retired. Look at that word. 75% of that word is tired. So this is a great time right now to really get to look at, what a blessing. We were forced to stop doing what we were doing, the automatic stuff we were running. And now the whole world gets to stop, and the people that choose to get to awaken to the next level and go, oh, what a gift. Oh my God, no matter what the challenges are that are going on, what a freaking gift that I get to reassess everything in my life. And now I get to come on a call, if I decide to, with Jeff every morning for the next week and bring my questions, listen to what the other people are saying, listen to what's coming up. And, okay, so Sandy says, I don't know how to create my day. I love it. Thank you for the questions, because without the questions, I'm just talking to myself. So when you ask the questions, I can mirror and share the tools that I learned from my mentor and my teachers over the last 20 plus years. So I don't know when you just joined us, Sandy, but Sandy says, I don't know how to create my day. How wonderful. Well, if you follow any of my posts or any of my videos or any of the videos on my YouTube channel, you will see that this is one of my favorite things to talk about because it's what I do every day. And I not only do it in the morning, but then I set alarms on my phone every hour. And maybe I don't catch them all depending on if I'm with a client or if I'm on a phone call or I'm doing something else. But I'll see that that alarm went off. So when I see that the alarm went off, it's a reminder. It's just like me tapping myself on my shoulder and going, hey, psst, remember? Where are you right now? What are you focused on? Are you happy? Are you in gratitude? Are you excited about what's happening in your life? And if not, then you get to shift it right now. So here's what we do. In the morning, as I was talking about, again, I don't know when you joined the call, every single morning, commit to going into gratitude as soon as you wake up out of the sleeping dream. What I do is I take some deep breaths, and I love this time because this time is what creates what shows up in my reality. So I make sure that I am consciously creating my day every single day. And then I come back and I do it throughout the day repeatedly, because the more times that you're consciously creating your reality, what's happening? You are magnetizing towards you that which you desire with your thoughts, your words, and the level of emotion and excitement that you put on top of your thoughts and your words. So this is how we do it every day, Sandy and anybody else that's listening and comes on and watches the replay. But in order to gain momentum, do it every single morning. And then do it throughout the day. If you want to set 15 alarms on your phone, one to go off every hour, I highly, highly recommend that. If you choose not to do it, then look at why your ego or your story would tell you, no, I don't need to do that, or no, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm kind of busy. I need to scroll on to the next thing on Facebook because my mind wants to constantly be occupied with more information, but I don't really want to commit to consciously creating my reality. I'm calling you out right now. I'm calling out Jeff, what Jeff used to do. Okay, so don't anybody take this personally. I'm just showing you how the mind and the program works, or one of the ways that they work. So committing to going into gratitude every day while you're still laying in bed with your head on the pillow. Why? Because if you don't, those 50 to 80,000 thoughts and programs are going to just run over and over, and very little is going to change. So it looks like this. Wake up, take some deep breaths, then I put a smile on top of it. Why do I put a smile on top of it? Because I talk to my innate intelligence, which are those trillions of cells that are constantly and unconditionally loving me every single day without me even having to think about it. If you want to know what unconditional love is, that's one of your greatest teachers right there. So I'm ramping up my vibration first, and I'm giving love to my body, which is healing. It relaxes me. It gets my body present. And then after I do that for a couple minutes and I feel calm and clear, then I consciously create my day. This is what I'm pulling into my reality. I'm going to smile at every single person that I see today. The perfect people are going to show up in my reality to work with, to co-create with, out in public with, for synchronicities, for magic. Hey, Gina, great to see you. And this is what I do every single morning. And then I do it when my alarms go off. So I'm consciously affecting the field all day long, and I'm doing it with enthusiasm and joy. Why? Because number one, I get to, so what a blessing. And number two, there's no denying that if you do this every single day, you will start attracting that more of what you desire to have in your reality. It's the law. This should be taught in school, in the first grade. And this is why I wrote the book after studying with my main mentor, Don Miguel Ruiz, for 10 years. And then I applied this stuff for another 7 years because I never planned on writing a book. You know, I was happy being a recording engineer, guitar player, and doing that. And I still love doing that. But this is a big part of what I'm doing now because it really changes people's lives. And people reach out to me all the time that want to go on this journey. And I take them on a 3 to 4 week journey, and it blows their complete belief system out of the water. They start to see programs they've been running. They start to see things they've been holding on to for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decades, and they get to clear this stuff. And it ends up shifting every area of their life and relationships. So creating your reality every day before you get out of bed, before those 50 to 80,000 thoughts start running. I can't invite you enough to really make sure you do it before you get out of bed. And it works. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, for those of you that just joined me, I'm going to be doing this for the next week at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern. If you'd like to come on and ask your questions and come into the Zoom room so we'll be able to see each other like I do with my course and private clients, and ask your questions so everybody will be able to participate and everybody will be able to benefit from the mirroring that goes on. And I can't do this on my own. So right now, you know, I've got people here, but I'm not seeing anybody's questions. I'm just seeing that you joined, and I'm seeing a couple of nice comments. Okay, so Sandy said, I get it. I didn't know exactly what I meant to create. Oh, okay. So you decide what you want to create. It's up to you. You are the divine creator. You came here for this. And now we're waking up to this fact that this is why we came here. So, yeah. So you're welcome. So I'm going to end with this because I don't want to keep people going too long. And I'm at 19 minutes. So if you want to participate in this, drop your email in here now. And for those that watch the replay, drop it in the replay. And I'll go back and I'll respond to your comments and questions. And then you will receive an email with the Zoom link so you can actually come in starting tomorrow. And so I want to say again, thanks to everybody that shares these to people that they feel might benefit. Because to me, conscious awareness, raising our conscious awareness and healing things from the past, our stories, our wounds. Hey, Janet, great to see you. This is the most important stuff. And, you know, the title of this is Stepping Out of 3D Timelines. If you don't know what that is and you don't understand that, basically 3D is kind of what we've been living in. And there's been a lot of deception. There's been a lot of programming, you know, religion, the media that's been lying about everything. If any of you are still watching the media, I'm baffled of why you would be doing that. Maybe it's because you don't know another source and you want to feel like you want to be kept in the loop, but that's not the loop. That's the loop of deception. And that's going to be exposed really soon. So, okay, Jason has a question. Thanks, Jason. How do I find the gift when there is fear, paranoia, and mistrust? Great question. I love it. Okay, so just realizing that you have fear and paranoia is a gift. Instead of just reacting, hey, Sarah Jane, great to see you. So what I'm going to share with you before I get off, and you can come back and watch the replay, because I share these tools about consciously creating your day every morning, and this is going to create a big shift for you. So if you're having fear, paranoia, and mistrust of others' intentions, those are basically fear-based programs. We all have them. And so I'm going to invite you to begin to track when those come up. And what I teach in the whole course and the people that I work one-on-one with is we deprogram this stuff from decades and decades, because we've got fear going back through lifetimes. It's built into our system. But when we become the conscious observer instead of what I talk about in my book, also my book will guide you through this step-by-step, this dismantling process. And my book is on sale this week, actually for the next 3 days, at the portal2awakening.com website. If you want to check that out, it's half price and it'll rock your world. And then you can come back and ask questions on this stuff at any time as well. But it's a really powerful step-by-step dismantling process of these fears. And these fears, paranoias, and mistrust, any judgments I call triggers. So most of us were taught to be automatic reactors. Anytime you judge, that's an automatic reaction. And I wrote a whole chapter in my book because I was a judgeaholic. Most people are. It's the biggest addiction on the planet. So how do we find the gift? Or how do we dismantle the fears, the paranoia, or the mistrust of others' intentions? The way to do it is to become consciously aware of when those pop up, because they're programs, so they're going to pop up repeatedly. So the only way to dismantle them is to catch them. So let me run you through the process real quick. Hey, Monique. Hey, Chelsea, thanks for joining us. So Jason asked, how do I find the gift when I have fear, paranoia? So basically what he's describing is triggers that I just describe in the book. Judgments, reactions, triggers. So the way to do that is you've got to become consciously aware to say that every time I have a judgment, a fear, a doubt, or a trigger, I'm going to catch it to the best of my ability. And I'm going to start tracking these every day. I'm going to create a journal, and I'm going to start to write down every time I have a fear or a judgment or a doubt or I get paranoid. And you're going to create your day every morning, and you're going to set your intention, and you're going to go, every time I have a trigger or a judgment or a fear, I'm going to make a note of it to the best of my ability in my journal. And at the end of my day, I'm going to start reviewing this stuff. And then I'm going to find out what the gifts are, because your judgments aren't about the external world. You think they are. You think it's about the other person that you can't trust, or your fear. It's your own program that you've learned going on in your head. So the way to dismantle this stuff and the way to heal, the ego doesn't like to be told about healing, because that makes it feel like it's not in control. But basically what we're doing here is we're clearing decades of programming, judgments, wounds, lack of forgiveness of ourself. So we're going to start catching every single judgment. Now, you're not going to catch them all, but if you start to do this every single day, your awareness will shift. You'll start to see that you've been running these programs, and this is the only way to dismantle them, because the ego wants to justify your judgments and point out that everybody else is wrong. And I used to do that. But here's what happens. Every time you judge somebody, number one, you're stealing your happiness in that moment. You just gave up your happiness by judging something else. Number two, every judgment is giving that which you judge more energy. So guess what's going to happen? More of that is going to be magnetically attracted into your vibrating hologram, your quantum field that you call your life. So there's no way to vibrate and shift out of 3D timelines if you're still judging, if you're still in fear, or if you're still getting triggered. Now, don't let this flip you out and make you feel like, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of 3D. We're constantly shifting in between 3D, 5D. 5D is love, it's happiness, it's joy, it's excitement. So it's not like a dimension is somewhere up there that you need to get to. There are timelines, and there's an infinite number of them that are happening at all times. So I know maybe I'm downloading a lot, but you can come back and watch this again if you want to go back and revisit this. You know, I know it's a lot, but also for those of you that just joined me, I'm going to be doing this every morning for the next 7 days for free at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern. If you want to get on the calls, drop your email into the comments here. And then I will send you a link to my Zoom room so you can come in, ask your questions, and we'll do what I call the mirroring process, which is what I do with my one-on-one clients and the people that go through the Waking Up in the Dream course. So I'm not going to be able to get to the other questions that are here right now, but create your day consciously. Begin to track every single judgment. Every time you have a judgment, stop, take a breath, and go, oh, I just had a judgment. I know that's about me. And if you don't understand this all the way, then get your question, come back, and come into the Zoom room and ask these questions so I can really go through it with you and the other people so you can go, okay, I get it. I'm going to start doing that. Every time I have a judgment or a trigger, I'm going to stop, I'm going to take a breath, and I'm going to ask the life-changing question, what is this trying to teach me and show me about me? It's never about the person or situation in the external. You could say, well, what about the pedophiles? What about the 5G? What about this? Well, those are mirroring you, and they're mirroring the collective of energies that we're still holding. And those are things, if they're in your immediate field, then yeah, you can take action. You can sign a petition, or you can, you know, knock down a 5G tower, you know, whatever you need to do. I'm obviously not inviting you to get yourself in any trouble. This stuff is being dealt with right now. So the number one thing that you can do is consciously create your reality. Don't get sucked into drama. Anytime you get sucked into drama, you're giving it energy. So your only invitation is to consciously create your reality and rinse and repeat that with the highest vibration of love, gratitude, joy, and excitement, and align with people that are doing the same thing. Rinse and repeat that. There are things going on behind the scenes that are being handled. You don't need to worry. You're not serving yourself or the collective in any way, shape, or form if you are worrying about things that are being broadcast on the news or anything else. Again, if you haven't unplugged from the television news yet, do it. You're being programmed. Your ego will go, no, I can watch what I want. No, you're being programmed. Okay? I've studied this stuff for 20 plus years. So I see that several of you are popping your emails in here. Great. Awesome. That shows me that you're interested in you know, advancing your conscious awareness, healing and clearing this stuff. So great. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. and we'll be starting on time. And I'm going to go for 1 hour. So for those of you that want to do this, let's do it, and let's rock and roll. And you're going to really get some great insights. You're going to be able to share some stuff and get taken through this mirroring process. And it truly is life-changing. It really is. So thank you for all the love. I don't know why I'm seeing some tears there, because I'm leaving, because I'm ending. I love you guys. So thank you so much. And again, thank you to everybody that shares this. Thank you to everybody that shows up. And I will go back through the comments. Yes, waking up in the dream. It's the number one thing. It's why we're here. And then to assist others and really create heaven on earth. And it's coming. And it's coming fast. There's so many things that are going to be revealed in the coming weeks and months that you all came here for, because you knew it was going to happen, even if we can't remember it right now. Thank you, Mary. I love you too. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sarah. Sparkle, love, and white light. I love that email. Okay, so I'm going to retire because it's almost 11 p.m. Not retire, that I'm going to go have some more fun. Okay, I got one more question. I can't turn away. What do you do to transmute the false thinking patterns and judgment from your energy field? Come back and watch this because I covered that about 10 minutes ago. Also, my book, Waking Up in the Dream, takes you step by step through this entire dismantling process, and it's on sale for half price right now at portal2awakening.com/the book. But if you just go to portal2awakening.com, you'll see the menu at the top. And then again, if you want to come back for the next 7 days and take part in the 1 hour Waking Up in the Dream hour with Jeff Cloud, pop your email in here and I'll send you the Zoom room link, and then show up promptly at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern, and we'll rock and roll and dive into this stuff deeper. So have an amazing day, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for all your love. I couldn't do it without you. And together we are co-creating this new earth paradigm, and it's starting to get really, really good. So thank you for all your time, and for anybody that stayed on this long. I went 32 minutes, a little longer than I planned on. I'm trying to make these really 15-minute, downloads for you guys, and then you can come back and ask your questions. Have an amazing day, and consciously create your day every morning. Set the alarms on your phone. Consciously create your day at different times during your day. And I'm going to leave you with this. Before you go to sleep, consciously create what you are pulling and magnetizing into your field, so it's the last thing that you think of before you go into the sleeping dream, so that your subconscious can work on that all night long. I promise you it works, and I do it every single night without fail. And I do it with excitement. I get excited about it because that is the vibration and the frequency that attracts and magnetizes that which you want to pull into the quantum field, the vibrating hologram, with your frequency and vibration, i.e. your life. So I intend that you found this valuable. Have an incredible day, and I look forward to catching up with you in the group tomorrow. All right? Much love, everybody. Have an amazing day.